inquiry, and the team had built up a strong circumstantial case against Cooper. But they still needed a forensic link and were frustrated that nothing had been found.
We'd gone for 3 years of meticulously looking at every item, every day, wake up and say, right, this is the day that we're going to get the results that we're looking for.
Finally, in April 2009, there was a breakthrough. Forensic experts had been examining tapings from the shorts. They were looking for fibre matches, but they discovered a spot of blood.
You can take a tiny, tiny amount of it and test it chemically, and if you get a positive for that, it's very, very likely to be blood, and that's enough for you to be able to cut a bit of tape out and stick it in for DNA profiling.
The 20-year-old spot of blood on John Cooper's shorts was Peter Dixon's.
We got a full profile, so it would be less than 1 in a billion people you would get as a chance match. So it was incredibly strong evidence.
I don't mind saying it, but it was quite an emotional moment. That golden nugget that we had craved for so long had suddenly been presented to us. We now had a link to a double murder. I was confident that was just going to be the start of many more.
Sure enough, more evidence was found on the shotgun the team had identified as a potential murder weapon.
It was found in a hedge, and it was linked to John Cooper by a screw from his shed. Basically, a screw from a little pot in his green shed was the screw that came out of a hole in that gun.
The team observed the barrels had been painted black. Underneath that paint, blood DNA had been preserved.
They found the blood of Peter Dixon on the breech end of the gun and on the barrel of the gun. It's at that stage we knew that we'd found the murder weapon.
By John Cooper painting the barrels, he's actually gone and preserved the evidence for us.
Dyfed-Powys police now had evidence that John Cooper had executed Peter and Gwenda Dixon on the coastal path near Little Haven.
Even though I knew the sort of person he was, I just didn't want any of that to be true. I didn't. I mean, to kill someone for just a few £100, to kill someone anyway, but I mean, they were executed for a few £100. I'm still trying to get my head around that one. I really am.
To strengthen their case, police wanted to connect Cooper to a description of a man seen using Peter Dixon's cash card.
From the Huntsman inquiry, it had been identified that he'd appeared on Bullseye.
John and Harvey with £220, please.
In securing that material, it was identified by ITV themselves that there was a profile which effectively it was like a tracing of that artist's impression. John Cooper took part in the filming of that programme just over 3 weeks before Peter and Gwenda Dixon were murdered. For me, that was a crucial piece of evidence.
What are you going to do?
I'd like to gamble.
There it is. I'll take this one here.
But why would a violent criminal risk appearing on national television?
John Cooper felt that he was untouchable. That would have not raised an issue with him, the fact that he would go on to national television and people would see him. I think actually probably enjoyed that attention.
20.
It's attracted within the local community.
I won 26.
He would have seen it as a challenge to go on. Even so, he still gambles. That's what it means, compulsive. They just can't give it up, can they?
As he had done throughout his life, Cooper gambled and lost.
Oh, unlucky.
Just 3 weeks later, he murdered Peter and Gwenda Dixon.
But we're just moving position now.
In May 2009, Dyfed-Powys police arrested John Cooper for murder. This footage was filmed by the police.
He's kicked off. He's kicked off. They're in round the corner. He's kicked off.